Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle. Can I do the readings?
Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on? Thank you for your donations. We got MR Karima and Tarot Reader. We got MR again. Hershey, welcome. Shamanic Journey. Effie, welcome. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. It is the day after Christmas. So here we go. We're back. We are back. I had a good Christmas. How about you guys? How did everything go over there for your holiday? How is it going? How is it happening out there in the tarot world? Let's go ahead and brighten up this camera a little bit. I like to configure the video by doing a little bit of a saturation boost and then a contrast boost. There we go. Makes it look prettier. Makes it look, is it prettier? Is that a word, or is it more pretty? I don't know. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pat. I don't know. Reiki, what's going on? Merry Christmas indeed. Let's start. We got MR with the double shot tonight. Let's make it happen with a little bit of the Push Kitty deck, the Hermit Tarot, There we go. Merry Christmas indeed. Hopefully you had a good one. I had way too much food, but that is the way that Christmas is meant to be, is overstuff yourself on food and make yourself sick until New Year's when you do it all over again. Golden Yellow, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. What is going on? All right, we got the Sun and the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Not making any big movements, but have something planned for later, right? We have something planned for later. I'm not dedicated. I'm not making big moves. I'm not making big things happen over here. It feels like I'm not really doing a whole lot. That Knight of Wands. Big moves are in the future. I really think after a few weeks, we are going to see a lot of big moves. We are going to see a lot of, trying to get in your good graces again, trying to make up for things, trying to make things a little bit better. It almost feels like it turns into this motive of improvement, of how can I improve this connection, this relationship? How can I make this go better? And what can I kind of do to fix some of the problems that we've had in there? The Sun sort of points out that they sort of realize that we've been making some problems ourselves. We've been having some issues, and how do we fix this? I think that they pretty much know that, how to fix it. It's not like it's just a mystery or anything like that, but it is something that does need to be addressed. So it almost feels like a little bit of a reconciliation is due here, and I think that's going to be a good thing overall. So yeah, you do have some feelings for you, looking into the feelings, looking into kind of where these things are going, where these things are made to be. Let's go for question number 2 is going to be these next actions. Will he be contacting me? What were the previous reading? It feels like that we are having some issues sort of reconciling our behavior versus the outcome. What we're doing isn't working, but they don't know how to alter it, how to change it, how to make it a little bit better. It just feels like that we're kind of bumping up against just this level of frustration, a level of not knowing what to do, where to take it, and how to go forward. Golden Yellow, Effie, Razi, and Karima, thanks for your donations. I greatly appreciate you. All right. Let's see what's happening over here. What's the next actions towards me? Death, change, like we're talking about in the feelings. We need to make some sort of a change. Unfortunately, we're getting into this mode where we don't really know, again, how to change things, how to improve things, how to pick things up and make them a little bit better. It feels like this level of frustration is kicking in, and it is going to be something that's going to be a problem. The Hermit says we're going to be gone for a few weeks. Right? 2, 3 weeks, what have you. We're going to be gone. We're not going to be in contact. But then after that, we have that Knight of Wands energy. We have a little bit of that fiery energy, and we're kind of ready to rock and roll over there. And I think that's going to be good for you because they're willing to make some changes. They're willing to do something a little bit differently, and they're willing to sort of make some, sort of get things fixed, get things repaired over here. And you see that with this Ace of Wands. The newness, the new level of action is going in and sort of pushing through. And that's what the results are going to be based off of. So looking pretty good as far as that. Karima is looking pretty good indeed as well. Let's go forth and make it happen with a little bit of Victorian and a little bit romantic combination. Makes it happen over there. Karima, thank you for your other donation. We got Effie. We'll get you a Druidcraft Tarot indeed. Get it going and get it rocking and rolling over there. All right. What are S's current feelings for me? And what kind of actions, what kind of follow-ups do we have within the scope of this that we're going to get, that we're going to make this happen? The Emperor taking a stand over here, right? Taking a stand. It feels like that they're just taking a stand on something that they believe in, something that they want to see, something that they really are sort of believing going here. You have the Empress with the Emperor. Let's take a stand together. I want things to be a little bit different. I want things to change in a level of modes going through here. And the Empress and the Emperor getting together, very important, especially next to the Page of Wands over here and the Queen of Pentacles. They have that Page of Wands energy over here. Feels like I haven't done enough. And we've kind of seen that in previous readings indeed. By the way, AF, and we got another donation over the PayPal side. EML, thank you very much. I appreciate you. But the Queen of Pentacles just says you have the upper hand in this relationship right now. You have things that need to happen, but you know how to get those fixed. And he hasn't really done much. That Page of Wands, not a lot of things coming through here. So what you're going to see the feelings are that we need to get together and really take some action. We need to get together and really make some forward motion, some good things going through there. But yeah, I do think that we're going to get together, we're going to make it happen, and we're going to have much more action in the feelings, much more sort of less abbreviated feelings, and more of a, you know, putting it out there and letting it go forward, letting it go to the maximum. Karima, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate you. Let's see what's going on over here. We got the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, and hey, what actions do we got going here? Two of Pentacles into the Ace of Wands. That is an interesting combo there, especially next to sort of this 3-4 of Cups combo. You have a Two of Pentacles, like just sort of a dancing, a performance. And that's what you have next. I think they're going to come up and sort of really be making this performance, really be going overboard, really be going a little bit too much, and sort of just making the stand and saying, hey, this is what I am, this is who I am, and, you know, sort of coming across like, you should do this, you should respect me more. It's almost like just this myriad of demands come out, right? This Ace of Wands. It's like we're coming from this unexpected place, making these unexpected demands, and basically it's all around sort of, you should support me more. You should be there for me more. You should do this and do that. I think that's going to be one of the big actions they come across over here. The Four of Cups, it feels like they're being chased by everybody. Everybody wants something, and they're going to say something like that. Like, there's too much going on. Everybody wants something from me. Everybody wants this or that result, and it's not really sort of making the grade right now. The Three of Cups are going to talk about wanting to be happy, wanting to be content, and how can you contribute? How can you be there for me in that regard? It's almost like they're guilting you a little. We're going to go out on a limb here and say they're going to guilt you a little bit with that. And I thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. We got Tarot Rita is in the house. What is going on, Tarot Reader? It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. I went away for Christmas time. Had me a little bit of a festive Christmas over there with way too much food, and I had way too many desserts. I had a good old time with all of that. But yeah, that was fun indeed. All right, let's see. Will Robert meet me? Will I be attracted to him in person? All right, so we got a new guy. We're checking out the new guy. See if the new guy is going to be all right. Is this person willing to meet me? Is this person willing to get out and make it happen? Oh, look at this. You got a nice driving card over here with this Ace of Pentacles, getting the motion, getting moving. It almost feels like that they do have something to say. They do have something that needs to get out there. That Ace of Pentacles says they're kind of ready to do that. They're being chased. Like you're saying, hey, are you going to show up? Are we going to be real with this? The Fool talks about the adventure. The Ace of Pentacles talks about driving through. And the Knight of Wands, again, is a very actionable card. So we're going to go with yes, that they will meet you in a person. And now let's see if they're going to be attracted to you, if they're going to love you and embrace you and do all of the new things that happen with the new guy. I don't know. I don't have a new guy, so I don't know what happens with the new guy. But will they be attracted to him in person? You know, it looks like the Five of Wands. He's a little bit on edge. Like he says some edgy things. He says things that are a little bit, controversial. And you're like, oh my, we're really going there? Does it feel like we're going there? Because we are going there. That Five of Wands is like a little bit of the controversy, but be prepared for that. Overall, the King of Cups, they're a very smooth operator. They don't really get a read off of them. You can't really tell what's going on with them. Seven of Wands says they're a little bit defensive overall, but I think you do have some level of attraction with that. We're going to go with that and do the love balloons and make all of that happen. There's no such thing as too many desserts. Well, I guess if you go into diabetic shock, I guess that would be too many desserts. Karima, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate you. Let's go back to the past, way to the past, and see if Keith is still around, see if Keith is still interested, or has Keith given up at this point? What is going on with the Keith? The Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like Keith is not really worth our time at this point. I'm just going to say that. Feels like Keith is not worth our time. You have that Knight of Pentacles. Like you have enough stability. You have the things already that you need to sort of possess, to be happy, to be content. It feels like there's not a lot out there that you're sort of needing. And you feel more balanced without Keith. Keith has this way of just pulling you in different directions, just making you a little bit manic in all sorts of things. And the Empress, right? A little bit of that comfort food. It feels like you need something more comfortable, something more predictable. And Keith just stirs the pot a little too much. I really think that Keith is just not the best option over here. I don't think that they are interested in you at the moment. At the moment, indeed. Let's go over the PayPal side. We got AF wants to know healing A. Let's see. We got AF. Healing. Let's see. Healing relationship with mother. Healing. Oh no, relationship with mom. Are we going to be able to heal a relationship with mom? Are we going to be able to spend Christmas with mom? Indeed. Let's see a little bit of that with some Meraki Tarot. We love us a Meraki Tarot. Version 3. There's no such thing as too many desserts. Indeed. That's what I'm talking about. And I thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. We're going to heal a relationship with mom. How's that going to go? Like basically, how do we do that, right? Maybe we can get a little bit of a step-by-step. I think this is a very motherly deck. The sort of this Meraki. It has that comfort feel to it. And I love the kind of the pastel colors in it indeed as well. So I love this thing. We got a Four of Wands over here, right? It's just a matter of reminding them who they are, reminding them of our connection, how we are together, how things were, right? The Four of Wands just says we need to remind them what their role is, what our role is, and get back to sort of these traditional roles indeed. I think that's going to be important. Power of the P, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. But yeah, it's sort of Ace of Wands is you're definitely going to have to take the first step here and make this happen, right? You're going to have to take a step out here and communicate and connect, because the Nine of Wands talks about the wounded warrior. We have a little bit of the healing that needs to happen, that needs to go through. We have a lot of things that need to be focused over here, and the Nine of Wands says this is going to be a healing process, so it is going to take a little bit. It is going to take a little bit of time for this to flesh out. Eight of Wands overall says don't try to overload them too much with like a front-loaded hard-headed, you know, overbearing kind of thing. You want to make it quick things, right? You have 8 of Wands. I have a quick reminder here. I have a quick sharing of something funny with my mom. I have a quick visit or something like that. So you don't want to just be overbearing and, you know, just sort of sit there in awkwardness for hours trying to make up something to talk about. It's going to take some time, and it's going to be small steps as it goes, small steps. So let's get golden yellow, and then we're going to go to MM on the PayPal side. Thank you very much for your generous donations tonight. I greatly appreciate you. Who? It's the Owl Tarot. That's who. It's the Owl Tarot. That's who. For golden yellow, what good things are coming to me next. Let's see what kind of exciting things you got going on. We need some good things. It's almost New Year's. We need like all of these beautiful, dynamic, wonderful things to kind of be fleshed out here. This is so pretty. I love this deck. This deck is so pretty. I love this deck indeed. We got a 6 of Wands over here, right? You're looking at more support, I think, financially, emotionally, project-wise. You just have more support from the people around you headed out. The 6 of Wands is all about somebody being in the lead, somebody making a big success. It is the Lord of Victory indeed. So you just have that level of support that you need. Is going to be something that's very focused, and that is coming up next. The 6 of Cups as well. I really think you're going to meet somebody that just motivates you, that gets you moving, that is very good for you overall, that really picks up your spirit, that brings this level of excitement, brings this level of motivation, and brings a level of happiness into your life indeed. 6 of Cups talks about that connection, talks about that emotional connection indeed. I think that's going to be something absolutely amazing that you're going to be ready for. Overall, the Fool says get ready for big adventures. 2024 is not a time to sit around. It is time to push forward. It is time to make things happen, and I think that's going to be the most important part here, is just we need to get up. We need to make ourselves into a level of success. In order to do that, we need to sort of get going there. MM is next over there. Is D, we got D. Is D thinking love or some other female? All right. Is D thinking we need to share the D with you? We may need to share the D with you. I mean,
everybody loves the D.
Maybe. Power of the P. I thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate you. Is D thinking love, or is he thinking with somebody else? We got a jumper. Oh, we got a jumper. The 7 of Wands. Oh, they are not thinking love. A little bit hesitant for love. You know, 7 of Wands is not a bad card. A little bit on the defensive side, but it's not like they just kicking everything out. Not like they're kicking you out of bed or what have you. Magician, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But a little bit on the defensive side. I'm not going to say that, right? But you are the death card in here. We need something different. I really think that we're on option B over here with some other female. It seems like 10 of Wands, like they just don't want a level of commitment. They just don't want a level of sort of the good things that you offer, the good things that you bring in there. They want somebody that's going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to say that they want somebody different, some other female. You got need for change. I'm not happy in this relationship. I'm not content where we're at. You got a level of defensiveness, of getting serious, of getting in here, of making things happen. And the 10 of Wands, it's just too much for them right now. They need somebody different. They want somebody a little bit different. So we are going to go with a thumbs down for the love, a thumbs down for the beautiful, wonderful, amazing love from the D. But you're going to have to get a different D from a different D, maybe. I don't know. Entertainment purposes only. Don't get a D based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Karima is next. Let's make it happen over here. We got a little bit of modern love, a tarot. Always excited to see this deck, I got to say. Always excited. Does anybody not like that? Like, has anybody picked up the Modern Love Tarot and like, I hated this deck? I don't know anybody. I think everybody loves this thing. This thing is dynamic and exciting. All right, what prominent thoughts do we got over here, right? And then, what are we too shy to put on the table? What are we too shy to make happen over here? Let's start over here with what are the most prominent thoughts we got going on? What prominent things, what amazing things do we got in the mix over there? You got the Magician, you got the Three of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Very concerned about you cheating on. I don't know why. We saw this in the previous reading too. It feels like just this season where they feel a little bit insecure. They don't feel like what they're doing makes any difference. And I think that's what you're going to feel here pretty soon, right? I think that's what you're really going to feel here. They feel like you're going to dump them. They feel like you're going to go somewhere else. They feel like you're unhappy, and they're just very ill-content with their level of delivery, with their level of, sort of what they're bringing in. It almost feels like you're having to take the lead too much, and that's something that they're concerned about. That's something like, hey, where are you leading me to? Where are you taking me to? I'm kind of concerned with that. Three of Cups and the Three of Swords does say they're worried about you getting into another relationship, worried about you getting into something and being happy. I think they'd be happy for you, but they're just hyper concerned about this for now. Magician just kind of says, what can I do about it? I think they realize that, they're not much, but again, very insecure right now. This is the insecure season. This is all going to stop on January 3rd. January 3rd, It feels like January 3rd. A lot of the insecurities bleed away. They're not there anymore, and things get a little bit better with that. Crystals in Paint, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Magician, I got both of your donations. You're right here, Magician. You're right there. I got you right there. You see yourself in blue. You see yourself in blue because you are the Magician indeed. But yeah, there you go. Magician, I see two questions. Uno and dos right there. There we go. All right, let's see what's going on here with hidden thoughts and feelings at the moment. I'm too shy to show you. The Temperance card. Wow, they really want to be really involved with your family. They really want to be involved with your family, with your children. They want to be involved with your family, with your close family, what have you. It's almost like they just want to be a family unit with you. They want to have that opportunity, and they really see that as something, a big bonus, something that they can really lean into and have a lot of fun. And it feels like the level of sort of adventurous spirit and good feelings and a lot of good things sort of in that, right? That Ace of Cups, meeting the new people, making new relationships, making new things going on over here. They're kind of wondering how that is almost like your mom or I don't know, some female figure in your household is really going to cause problems with the whole thing. And I mean, really going to cause problems with the whole thing. Fool says, I'm ready to take this adventure. Definitely want to be a part of the family. And, but yeah, that's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be iffy. It's going to be kind of sketch. With a female older figure in your household is going to be a little bit on the edge there. Anyway, what's going on with Effie? Effie tonight wants a druid craft and tarot. We don't have Sarah tonight, so Effie is stepping up. Effie stepping up to make that happen. Crafty lady, what is going on? So good to see you. I appreciate hanging out tonight. How you doing? It is a beautiful Tuesday night. It was nice and warm today, and then tonight it's like it's going to be cold, so I kind of like that, a little bit. It's like nice and warm, so I go to the store and all of these things, and just kind of fun with that. BecaBoo, speaking of fun, what is going on, BecaBoo? Merry Christmas to you. All right, we got Effie in the mix tonight. Let's make this happen over here. What I need to be understanding aware of regarding my supervisor position. You are left out in the cold. And I don't mean a Texas cold where it's like 50 degrees. I'm talking a Minnesota cold over there. You're left out in the cold. It really feels like that they're just sort of throwing you out there and letting you fight to survive. I think number one thing, you should be well trained on what you need to do, how you need to do it. It really feels like they're not giving you enough training, not giving you enough mentorship. They're not really sort of being available to you right now and in the future as well. So you're going to have to kind of sort of be a little bit more of an expert than you thought you would need to be. Mina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We do have a level of sort of building structure with the family, with the community and whatnot. I really think being a supervisor really sort of builds this family of people around you that you can rely on. They're going to be your friends. They're going to be people that are willing to work with you. They're going to be people that are willing to do good things with you and what have you. But yeah, you do have a lot of good things here. Now, be expecting that you have one particular individual, right? One particular individual. I'd like to change the question last week. Let me know what donation and what question and we'll get it changed. You really have one individual that's going to cause problems. You're going to have to deal with them effectively. And I think this does need to be researched, like asking this person, that person, what I need to do, how I need to treat this person, because I do think you have a little bit of that devil working through there. And if you're not careful, I think this will come back and bite you in the end. You kind of need to be careful over here. Overall, I think you're going to do well. You're going to do quite well indeed. This is a place to sort of embrace and have fun and get some good stuff going there. So I like it. I like it a lot. That you get that one individual is kind of a problem, but you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. You can't be a supervisor without having that one person. Silent Victory and Mina, thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. All right, I come across a guy, so I would like to ask on my... All right, Karima, let me know what the alternate question is and what question you're going to replace. 2024, it is the season for 2024, indeed. All right, so the last question is, you'd like to ask what? Karima, can you type out your question? I'm kind of confused, I guess. Just type out the whole question, but basically, so I said, so I have the question you want to replace, but I don't have the new question one. But yeah, let me know. Anyway, we're going with the Waterfall Tarot. We still got a few of these left. We still got a few of these. We got a few tasty tarot. So if you're in the mood to tasty tarot, it is there. It is there indeed. 2024. Where are we going, Razi? How is your 2024 going to be? Jesus, going to be busy. First 3 months, super busy. You are going to be bombarded with everything under the sun. It feels like all this stuff needs to get done. All this stuff needs to get started, and you just don't have time. Not of sorts, right? There is a lack of planning, and winging it really works for you in the first 3 months. Absolutely. Be prepared to wing it, not have any big plans, and sort of treat things sort of intuitively. I think that's going to be good as well. Five of Swords says you do need to conquer things that were dragging into your 2024. So if you have some unresolved issues, some unresolved legal things, some unresolved responsibilities, those really need to be wrapped up pretty quickly. I would say first month of 2024, you will get these coming back, and they will come back in a worse situation indeed. So you definitely have to take care of that before it gets out of control. Anne is out of control tonight. Let's get Anne done over there. Let's see. Is making a contest on social media worth it? Oh my. Gonna make a contest and... Hooray! And everybody will compete in the tarot throwdown. That's what you should do, Anne, is have a tarot throwdown. Have a tarot throwdown. On social media, you know, is making a contest on social media worth it in the long run? I think so. I do think so. The Nine of Wands says you're going to bring out people with a contest that you wouldn't normally bring out, that you wouldn't normally have in the mix, that you wouldn't normally have on your social media, actually commenting, doing things, what have you. I do think that is real. So that Nine of Wands just says, hey, you're bringing out more people, and that is going to be important on social media because that gets you more views. Ten of Cups just talks about people love a good contest, and I think people are going to to be tuning in. They're going to be checking the social media. They're going to be looking at it. They're going to be trying to feel what's going on. They'll be trying to see if they won, what they won, who won, what have you. Ace of Wands, make it very apparent how the winnings will be drawn, because you don't want somebody, you know, upset and saying it was rigged or something like that. Ace of Wands just says, yeah, make sure that you get your bases covered on what the rules are and how you're going to sort of resolve the conclusion there. Overall, the Page of Cups, don't get too emotionally invested. You are going to have a couple of people that get pissed off because they didn't win. That's the way it goes. That's, you know, you have that with everything, so that's just not going to be something, you know, you get too involved in with that. Should I wait until the end of college to date? I should get the love balloons right now and throw the love balloons down, make the love balloons come around and all of that stuff. But yeah, we'll see what's going on here. Wait until end of college or do it now? I think you got a mix of things to do here. You need to be emotionally happy. You need to be emotionally content. And if dating is going to bring this, I think that's something very valuable for you, right? The Empress. What do you feel intuitively? What would make you happy? Going out on dates and meeting people and having fun? Or are you going to be upset with dating, right? If so-and-so doesn't work out, are you going to be ticked off? Is this really going to affect you emotionally? You have to really be aware with this Empress. Do what makes you comfortable. And there's not really an on-off switch with dating. You can date a lot, you can date a little bit, but you need to do what feels comfortable for you and where you're not like emotionally invested in it. And the Knight just says go out to have fun. Don't go out with a destination in mind. You want to go out and enjoy and have fun there, because the Hangman said there's a lot of people that you're going to run into that you may not like or may have more expectations than you're used to. Five of Wands just says you're going to be a little bit confused and a little bit pulled back and forth here. And that's not something you want to do. Date enough where you're comfortable, but don't date so much or don't get involved in a situation where you're expecting something. Just date to date and see how it goes, right? So I think you should start dating. I think you should start dating before the end of college with that. That is just my opinion. Never date based on a random dude on YouTube telling you to date. But yeah, there you go. All right, we got Karima, the next phase. We are going to go with the Thoth. Karima wants that Thoth. Taking some risks tonight. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this pushes forward there. How come lately, during physical intimacy, oh my, let's see.
Music to make love to.
We don't have enough music. No, that's not it. He turns me away from him, as opposed to in the past, he looked in my eyes. All right, so I don't know. He's turning us away. What is going on with that? I don't know. Yeah, almost like this level of power. Like I can do stuff. I can do these things. I can do this. It's almost like basically just a level of power over you, a level of authority over you that they're trying to push forward, that they're trying to make happen, right? The strength. I have more strength than you do. I have more power over you. It almost feels like, again, they're trying to maintain the upper hand, trying to maintain the power as it goes through here. And you see, the Two of Wands, the dominion, like having control over my dominion, having control over this gives me control over you. And I think that is, one of those things. I think that is one of those things. Indeed, we're going over there. All right, let's see. All right. Opposed in the past. We got that. Let's see. Okay, so second question in the mix with the Thoth. The Thoth gives you the real answer. The Thoth really gives you the real answer. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see what's happening here. Is there any reason for it, and what action will he take? All right, so we kind of have a little bit of, what's happening, why it's happening, and whatnot. Now we kind of want to know, is there any action action that he will take, or is this a temporary thing, or what do we need to kind of do about that situation as is? This is a situation where you just kind of have to bring it up. You just kind of have to bring it up and see what happens, you know, sort of address the situation. This is not something that it doesn't really bother you, or does it not bother you? It's what you got to ask, right? The strength card is you got to pick your battles. You got to choose your battles wisely. Is this something you really want to go to battle with? Or is this something that doesn't really matter that much? You're just kind of curious over here. Now that you kind of know the answer, is that something that's unacceptable? You can't do this. This is an unacceptable kind of thing. Because you do want to be intimate. You do want to have things go well. You do want to have the love sort of flowing over there. And if that's something that is changing and you don't like it, and, you know, it's something temporary, because we do see this as kind of a temporary thing, right? We're putting ourselves behind the shield. We're putting ourselves behind these discs, and we're sort of making ourselves a little bit more anonymous, making ourselves a little bit more less accountable, and you know what I'm saying, just kind of having that power over you. And this is a temporary thing, as we can see from here, but yeah, you know, if you're just willing to put up with it for a little while, I don't think it'll last forever, but this is something where you can be, you know, confident that it's temporary, not going to be a permanent problem that you're going to have to face, no pun intended, for long term. But yeah, there's the way it goes. All right, Karima is coming up in a few. Right now, we got Merry Christmas from the power of the P. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. We are going to have tons of fun over here with the super duper Linares, super duper Linares version 2. Did they ever release version 3 of this thing? I should write them and ask. I'm not sure. Like, what are they going to add? What are you going to add to version 3? I mean, this thing is so beautiful and dynamic. The colors are so popping. Like, what are you going to do? What are you possibly going to improve on this? I don't know. I mean, you got, look at, I mean, just the edging. This is one of my fave decks. This is one of my fave decks, I got to say. It just is, right? All right. Have a love reading. Get you some love making. Get you some love going right now with the love balloons. Not only the love balloons, we'll do the heart of hearts just for power of the P over here. Let's get it. Let's get it done over here. 2024, man. Really opening up the doors for more levels of intimacy, more levels of opportunity. We have this 7 of Cups. Now, be aware, the first, no, wait. February through April. It feels like February through April, it really feels like you just have too much options with love. Too many things going on, too many things happening, and it feels like you're playing catch up. It feels like that you're not really on the level. It feels like that you're sort of frustrated because everything is not very plain and simple and interesting. It feels like it's out of reach. Everything feels out of reach from February to April. Just be aware of that, right? You're talking about the Lord of Illusion, a little bit of illusionary things happening through here as well. You do have somebody in your love life that is going to be bailing in May. Bottom line, there's somebody in your love life that's going to be bailing in May. Could be a friend. It could be somebody intimate. It could be somebody we're dating. I don't know what's going on. And it just feels like somebody's bailing. Somebody's going to get out. So May is the time of recovery. It's time of loss. It is a time of dealing. But what we need to deal with. Overall, 2024 brings you a level of change. And I think you do like change as long as it's on your level and as long as you can control it. You can control some of it, not all of it. Be aware that there are multitude of facets going on through here. But yeah, you got a little bit more interesting. I'm going to say now, from like July on, it feels 2024, it feels like nothing's happening. It feels like everything's stable, everything's the same, and you kind of looking in different directions to sort of get some stuff going in your life because it feels like everything is just kind of boring. I'm going to tell you now, everything feels a little bit boring. I don't know if boring's good or not. It may be. Some people like boring, some people don't. I mean, you never know. But yeah, let's see. All right, we have a Gemini. Low. Okay, what might the Gemini be hiding that he likes both genders? Oh my. Let's see. We got a little bit of that's easy for me to say. BecaBoo, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. FS, whoa, thank you for your very generous donation as well. Everybody's coming out tonight. Everybody's making it happen in the Tarot Oracle show. That's what I'm talking about. I was gone for literally forever, and now I'm back. Just like the Terminator. With a Gemini hiding that he likes both genders. Oh my! Oh, I think that's a yes. I think that's a yes over there. I think that is a yes. The Gemini has the two sides to him. It has the two sides to him, and I think one of the sides that they have, that they may have not revealed, is they indeed may. I think that the other gender was offered up to them before, and they were a little bit confused, and they were a little bit kind of on the fence with the high priest. It's just now that I have some experience, now that I have kind of some confidence, and I like what I like, I do think that the Gemini likes a little bit of dabbling in both ponds, is what I think. So we're going to go with that thumbs up over there, and hopefully they have a party. Hopefully we get the party balloons. We get the party balloons for New Year's, right? Get the party balloons for New Year's. We may do that. So we have a New Year's stream. I don't think anybody will be here for a New Year's stream, so let's not do that. All right, Magician is here. Let's see what the Magician has to say tonight. Let's see what the Magician has here. We do have both of your readings. We got two jumpers with the TarotOracle deck is what I'm talking about. Karima likes this one. I may break this back out for Karima. Phase something with that. Let's see what the Magician has to say. How will 2024 be like? Then it feels like it's too much of an emotional roller coaster. It does, because you have this level of disappointment with this level of party. Let's have some fun here. This is definitely something that don't get addicted to the roller coaster. Don't get addicted to the over sensations, because it really feels like that there's too much big news followed by too much bad news, and you have that combo that is sort of inundates you from, I would say, oh man, I'm going for February 19th. February 19th all the way into June. It feels like everything is too much. Everything is too thick. Everything is too intense. And that's really going to affect you, the bottom line. So just be aware of that. You do have a level of sort of putting up with the stuff and sort of riding the waves through. This is something that you don't want to get too much involved with. You don't want to get too emotionally involved with things. But during that period, it is a little bit rough. It is a little bit rough. Big extremes, big extremes over there. It'll be kind of interesting. Doing a serious relationship. If we have a serious relationship, I'll tell you now, it's going to be after June. You are not going to have a serious relationship before June. It feels like June is when things start cleaning up, things start settling down, and things start being a little better. The 10 of Cups is the perfect mode in here. It feels like as we're sort of rocking into August, the love, the serious relationship possibilities, all of the big movements happen. And I think that is something that you're going to be ready for. By the way, that is the last donation. FS will be the last donation of the night. We're doing a donation cutoff. We will be back. We will be back on Thursday, though. Yeah, I think that you're going to have to put up with a couple of bad choices. You're going to have to put up with a little bit of drama and a little bit of crap all the way, through the middle of the year. After that, August is when the serious relationship starts to form, and the serious relationship with a 10 of Cups. This is somebody who is on the move and definitely kind of going and running a lot, and it does feel like you need to play catch up with this individual. This is interesting that you got the Magician card on the Magician, but yeah, I do think that is going to be something where communicating with this person is so easy, effortless, and everything is so simple with them, right? You do have a couple of stinkers that you're dating. I think that does contribute to the mid-year mayhem, but after that cleans up, I think you are good to go. I think you're great to go indeed. Crystals and Pain is great to go. Let's see what Crystals and Pain's got going on tonight. kind of action do we got? Take a little bit of water, get ourselves hydrated, is what I'm talking about. Get ourselves on the hydrated side. Yeah, let's make it happen. We got a dark mansion tarot over here. What will happen if I try to visit AV tomorrow? Let's see if Alterac Valley is a place that you want to visit tomorrow, and if that's going to be something decent indeed. Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. It really feels like this is going to be something very constructive and something that you should do. Six of Wands talks about people being supportive of it, the Lord of Victory, things looking nice, things being appropriate, things being well. And the Seven of Pentacles, like your visit is appreciated. People notice you visit. They like that you visited, and they really kind of appreciate that. Seven of Pentacles says it works good for your long run. I think that's a way to go. Knight of Wands encourages you to take that fiery action going forward, as well as the Six of Wands says a lot of people are going to be for this and are going to appreciate it, and that's definitely something that you should do. So I like it. We got a little bit of a thumbs up over there. BecaBoo, I had a fantastic Christmas. How was it yours? I ate too much ham. I don't know, man. I got some ham. They got ham and they had it glazed with some brown sugar and honey, and it was like crack. It was like a crack addiction is what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh my. You know, normally I have a turkey fetish on Christmas and what have you, but man, that ham just won me over. I was enthralled. I was hypnotized. Karima is next. Okay, question is, when I ask him things about, okay, so the question here, there we go. All right, let's get a different deck. I forgot about this. Do we want to do monsters yet, or do we want to do another deck? Yeah, well, no, we already did that deck there. Let's do something. Oh, I guess we'll do monsters. We'll do monsters. Monsters are always good after Christmas. They flush your system. I ate too many sausage balls. Well, I mean, you know, that's the way, I guess.
Everybody loves the D.
I guess that's good. How were they tasty sausage balls, or were they not tasty sausage balls? I've never had sausage balls. So if I did, I'd make sure to mention it every 5 minutes. That is for sure. Olive, thank you very much for your donation. I got you before the cutoff. You will be after FS. You will be after SFS. There we go. All right, let's see what's going on here. I want to ask him things about me living together. He said sometimes yes and sometimes no. Hey, it feels like he's not good enough for me. Oh, wow. That a little bit of that dose of self-confidence is not really there. Why did he say that? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Not good enough for me. Five of Pentacles just says he doesn't really want to share his money. He's in this, okay. He's going to get into modes to where he doesn't want to spend any money on anybody, on you, on anybody. He feels like he's having money problems. And I'll say that again. He feels like he's having money problems. And he feels like that it's not really going to work because this requirement of getting, you going, getting something happening. And I said before that he saved up a lot of money, but he knows that that's limited. Like you need to restock that, right? It's like the Federal Reserve oil. You need to restock it after you use it up. The star says that you're on a path together, but he's not delivering what he needs to deliver. So he gets a little bit of depressed sometimes. I'm not delivering what I need to deliver. And he does think that you'll eventually just say, I'm sick of it. I needed this and I needed that. I'm not getting any of it. And the Ten of Swords just says, I'm kind of put up with this. I don't really want to deal with this anymore. And then you're going to bail. And I think that's what he's saying, right? It's almost like every time you need something that he can't provide, he puts it into a database and just lets it build up, right? I'm not providing this. I'm not delivering this. I'm not doing this. How long before you just say, you know what? This guy ain't worth it. I'm out of here. And that is what he is worried about. That is what he's concerned about, right? Because you mention this, he doesn't deliver. You mention that, he doesn't deliver. It's like he's kind of feeling that like, What value am I? What am I really kind of, what am I really kind of bringing to this relationship in general? All right, so he does need a little bit of encouragement here, and he is going to be a little bit of a downer. Again, that doesn't last forever, but just be prepared for that. A little bit on the downer side, for next couple of weeks. All right, what does 2024 have in store for me? Let me tell you now. There's a new job coming up in the fall, guaranteed. New job coming up in the fall, right? Be prepared for that. Are you ready to jump into that? Are you ready to leap onto the new job? Is that going to be something adventurous, something exciting that you do want indeed? Your children have relationship drama, endless relationship drama starting in May 3rd. Write that down. Fall, May 3rd, endless children relationship drama. And they really get into this weird relationship you're not going to be quite ready for indeed. So there's two things. Let's look what else we got. Ace of Cups, meeting people doesn't seem to be a problem in 2024. You do have lots of opportunities to meet people, to socialize with people. It feels like 2024 is a big socialization time for you. Eight of Wands says there's a lot of things that need to get done too. You feel like you're always on the go, always running around, always going forward with things. Six of Pentacles says you have an unexpected bill in April 3rd or April 4th, so be prepared. It is not an April Fool's joke. You do have a real bill. April 3rd, April 4th, be prepared to pay that. Six of Pentacles says you're going to have to get a little bit more money on the side, to be able to handle all of that. Should I pursue writing a book? That's what I'm talking about. Silent Victory is going to be sitting over there at the computer getting a book pumped out of there. That's what I'm talking about. Silent Victory, are you ready? Are you ready to get some journalistic book writing in there? Bartman is probably going to be a help to you. Bartman can tell you, Bartman be able to tell you writing a book. I think Bartman, how many books have you written, Bartman? All right. Should I pursue writing a book? Ten of Pentacles says, I think you'd have fun with it. I don't think you're just going to be the next Harry Potter author, what have you. The Ten of Pentacles says it's fun. So do it when it's fun. Do it when you're going to have some good opportunities. Do it when you're going to have, be entertained by it and be able to embrace it over here. Nine of Pentacles says you do make a couple of bucks. I actually think that you write something unexpected that gets a great reaction, and then you try to reproduce it and you really can't. So you do have lightning in a bottle, I guess maybe for your first or second kind of thing that you do out with that. But the Seven of Swords says do it small, right? Write a little novella, write an article, get some writing under your belt with that. I think that's going to be it. Seven of Swords just says get a little bit of an escape with it, get into there, and I think that's going to be important with that. Overall, the Justice card says don't be obsessed with it, let it balance out with other things in your life, and I think you're going to be fine. So I think that is a thumbs up indeed. Oh, geez, 58 stories. That's insane. That is a lot of work, man. That's awesome, man. That is a ton of work, man. That is a lot. All right, Karima has another question, and we have used most of the Karima decks tonight. Let's see, we used everything. I don't think we've used a Tasty Tarot, so let's get a little bit. Let's take a bite into the Tasty Tarot, my friends. Take a bite out of it and see where that is going to take us. What things does he wish he could do with me that he's unable to do? Because of restrictions, right? I can't do everything. I can't get everything done. And I want to be a part of your life here. The Ten of Swords with the Two of Wands. Wow. Wow. There was a lot of Christmas stuff that he wanted. I'm going to tell you this right now. There was a lot. Did you do Thoth? Yes, I did it on the last reading. There was a lot of things that he wanted to do with you for Christmas. You have this Christmas card candy cane. He wanted to take you to this Christmas event, to this other event, to this other event. There's so many things that people are talking about, that he's hearing about, that he got excited. He was like, really wish I could take you to this, right? You have the reindeer over here. You have another Christmas thing. I think that really gets into that mode to where he gets all sentimental and loving and gets the good emotions flowing. I really think he wanted to do a lot of crap with you on Christmas that he just couldn't do. Ten of Swords says a lot of that crap is cut short. I got restrictions. I got things I got to do. I got responsibilities or whatnot. But the Empress says it's almost like that he imagined that being with you during this special time and sort of being with you in this kind of thing, it would sort of really bring y'all together in a way that y'all weren't together before. It's almost like that it would, make some really good memories as far as that goes. What changes in his mind right now that he just started, that he wants to start implementing? All right, let's see what kind of changes are in his mind that he wants to start implementing. Wants to get out more with you. Seven of Swords with that. Seven of Swords, we need to take more trips. We need to take more opportunities. We need to be on the road together and, out there doing things. Seven of Cups says there's a big menu of things that we need to change, right? It's almost like it's too much, like it's too hefty a list of things we need to change, of things we need to do, of things we need to happen. The Seven of Cups just says there's so much that we need to kind of ground ourselves in reality and take it one step at a time as far as that goes. One of the biggest things is spending more time together. That's absolutely top priority on his list. And one of the big things you're going to see in 2024 is him spending a lot more time and dedicating a lot of time with that. Hanged Man says you do have to work with him a little bit for like, what are we going to do and how are we going to do it? Because I think some of the ideas maybe in his head or something, you may not agree. You know what I'm saying? You just may not be jiving with or whatnot. Seven of Swords. Let's just get out and let's do the things, right? Let's do the things. Let's take some trips. Let's go see some movies. Let's do some things like that. Wants to see some movies. There's a movie coming out in February or something. He starts talking about some movie in February that he wants to go see. Just be aware of that, right? What if be aware of that? There we go. All right, we got both of those questions. Let's get the BecaBoo is next. I know BecaBoo would want this deck too, because BecaBoo loves her some tasty tarot. Dr. Mystical. We haven't got Dr. Mystical a tasty tarot. I know he went away for a while. Now he's back, but I need to get him a tasty tarot. So remind me to message Dr. Mystical and get him a tasty tarot deck out there, making it happen. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want me to know about this weekend? This weekend's a hell of a lot of fun in too many different ways. There's too much stuff going on this weekend. Lovers says it's just a lot of fun. Everybody seems to be on board with these cool ideas, with these fun things I want to do, with these fun things I want to happen over here. Seven of Wands says you do have like one member, one person that you're meeting. It almost like doesn't want to be there. They don't want to deal with things, and they're very checked out. And this is somebody you didn't think was going to be this checked out. This was somebody you thought was going to be a little bit more on target with you. It's going to be a little bit more available with you. I do think that it feels like a lot of people are cut off emotionally this weekend. They're just doing their own thing. And it almost is difficult to get people's attention this weekend. Like, I'm trying to get this person's attention. I'm trying to get this other person's attention. Overall, just have some fun, just have some fun. This is a situation where the more fun you have, the better. And I think that that's going to be the absolute winning move over there. Making it happen over there. Making it happen with FS too. FS is next. Ooh, what kind of cool stuff do we got? Can we use this deck? Is it all right to use the Capybaro Tarot? Because that's what I need. A Capybaro Tarot with the little hippos. Wasn't it hippos, or was it... or was it beavers? I don't know. We had a controversy with that the last time, I think. I'm not sure. An original creation. Let's see, does the deck say if it's beaver? We had a discussion about this the last time. You can gain access to the guidebook by scanning that. There you go. Scan that right now, and you can get access to the guidebook. And there you go. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It may be hippos. It looks like hippos to me. Happy hippos. What was it? Big hippos. What was that game I played when I was a little kid? Hungry hippos. That was it. I remember it was a hungry hippos game. You try to make the hippos eat as much of the plastic candy as you could. I remember like sticking a piece of the plastic candy in my mouth. Which, you know, I was kind of a stupid kid, but, you know, I was kind of a stupid kid, but hey, I survived. I don't know how I survived. I did a lot of stupid stuff with fireworks and everything else. I have no idea how my limbs are still attached, quite frankly. All right, general reading for January. Let's get it done. January is a time to find love. It really is. It's a fun to get all of these beautiful emotions, all of these beautiful things, and it feels like it's really a good opportunity for you overall. You know, that Knight of Cups, with love, with emotions, with satiation, with January, it feels like everything is coming into view. Now, that doesn't last. It feels like that really kind of dies out around third week of February, but this is a time to enjoy your emotions, to pick up things and run with them, and it feels like there's a lot of good things going through there. The Death card says be ready for some changes. Now, this is going to be sneaking in unexpected changes, bottom line. This is going to be sneaking in unexpected changes, okay? Because that Death card just says it's a little bit covered up. There's a little bit of sort of that hidden in plain view. You definitely want to look around in January and be like, what is happening really around me, and how can I deal with it effectively? High Priestess says the end of January is a time to start learning, picking up certifications, picking up some knowledge, picking up some books. It really feels like the end of January is a time for learning. Is it a time for expansion? I think that's going to be an important thing going through there. Maruta, I don't know, she's probably enjoying her Christmas. Give Maruta a week off over here. Maruta's having some fun over there, enjoying her Christmas holidays. But a lot of people went out of town. I'm surprised anybody showed up, quite frankly. A lot of people went out of town. All right, general reading for February. February is the time for new communication, new connections. It feels like we're meeting new people, especially on like a professional front. We're meeting new people. We're having some opportunities to meeting new people, making new connections, making new opportunities. Very focused for February. February is a very wordy, is a very verbose month. Everything is too verbose. Everything is a little bit too much. Page of Swords says, be careful who you trust, especially around February 11th. Be very cautious of who you trust. You don't really want to exchange too much information with somebody and then they exchange with somebody else, and that becomes a problem. Overall, at the end of February, be prepared for a planned trip. It feels like you are going to be going somewhere, and the planning begins at the end of February, maybe around the 25th or 26th. The chariot mode, it gets started moving. We don't actually take the trip, but the planning really becomes very important. And you do have a Four of Swords over here talking about planning, talking about a lot of things happening as well. And if you drive a car, watch out for a flat tire, quite frankly, right? Watch out for a flat tire with that. But yeah, there we go. Getting stronger for me, and I did not see it. Karima, that is this donation right there, Karima. You're still in the queue, Karima. We have not answered that one yet. You're still in the queue. Well, you're going to be last. Right now, we're going to do AF on a PayPal, and then we're going to do the Karima, the final stage. AF is next over there. Let's see. How my dad views me. All right. How does dad view you? And any advice on kind of how to pursue forgiveness, how to go to the next stage, how to fix some things and whatnot. Let's take a look at that. That could be an adventure indeed. So we're going to go with an art of adventure over there. An art of adventure over there. Beaver Butt BecaBoo. Hey, I mean, that's kind of like Peter Piper picked a peckle of pickled something, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we'll see about that. Karima, I don't know. If I missed anything, Karima, hit me up on Instagram, and I will send you a private video with the question that I missed. Let me know. I believe I got them all, but if you go through and I missed something, let me know. And again, I'll make you a private video, and I will send it to you on Instagram for that question. But I think I got everything. I think so. I think so. Anyway, as always, when you refresh after the stream is over, I do have chapters, so you can zoom in to exactly where your readings are by looking at the chapters. Just make sure you hit reload after the stream is over, and I put all the indexes in there. Anyway, all right, how the dad view me, and let's see, any advice on how to forgive. The sun says they're pretty open. They're pretty open about how they view you. It's not like something secretive or something, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you already kind of know how they view you. They've been up front with it. They've been very forward with it. It's not something that's been secretive at all. I do think that they have some animosity towards you for some relative or some other connection that you've had with a relative or what have you. It's almost like that they expected something of you and you didn't deliver, right? That's 6. You didn't deliver what was expected. And a lot of times people's expectations are maybe unrealistic. They're not on target. They're not, going to be very good. And I think that they have some unrealistic expectations, some of which you may have not perceived or know about. But overall, I think they've made it pretty obvious how they view you. And I think you kind of already know the general look and feel of how that is. But there are things that you've done in the past. There are things that you've said in the past. And it does maybe involve another relative that they didn't like, and they're still kind of hung up on that. And that is something that it almost feels like they're very reticent to let go of. Like it gives them something emotionally that they didn't have before, and they're kind of hesitant to let go of that. All right, we got Karima, the final phase. Let's see what's going on. Where are his love feelings for me at right now? Is he falling for me deeper? And hey, if you're going to say something, say something, see something, say something. Let's do that. We're going to use a Tarot Oracle deck. You did mention that you like this one. And so we're going to put it in the rotation tonight because I think we used all the other decks already. So, hey, we're on the track here. Where's love feelings for me at right now? Let's see what's going on with that. You do have a 7 over here, right? You do have a level of short-term love feelings. Like he really gets emotional in certain times and he really gets kind of involved and wrapped up with things, and it feels like that they do that temporarily and it's not like a permanent thing, right? But they do have sort of the love feelings are very stable, and that's kind of what you want to see, right? The 6 of Swords is I'm in it for the long run. I'm in it for the long game. So love feelings are not always going to be roses and puppies. You are going to have times when it is a little bit, it is a little bit dicey. It feels like a little bit dramatic. And I think the drama is something that's always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit of that Page of Wands over there. Always going to be a little bit of drama. Always going to be a little bit of spice in there. But overall, it's pretty steady. It's pretty constant. The Ace talks about building a level of confidence, building a level of stability within here. And that's something that they really have done. And they want to continue doing as well. So that's kind of where their love feelings are at. And the last reading of the night. Is he falling for me deeper? What would he like to tell me if he had the guts to say anything? All right, so it falls for me deeper as part of the last question. I got it. Let's see. So falling for me deeper feels like, it's a little bit. This is like a marathon, not a race, right? This is not a 20-yard race. This definitely is a marathon. So over the process of that, those cards do say that we do have that. However, it's going to be kind of confusing sometimes because of the spiciness, because of the level of inconsistency that you see sometimes. Well, there we go. All right. What would he like to tell me if he had the guts to say nothing? Can you tell me? Oh man, I'm gonna have some legal trouble trying to get onto this next journey that we're gonna have. Got that justice card. We're gonna have a lot of legal trouble over here, and how's this gonna affect me? It's almost like that he wants to hide you away during the legal trouble because that's gonna make more legal trouble. But I think he's gonna have a little bit of legal trouble, and he hasn't really, sort of mentioned that. He hasn't really sort of put that out there. Thursday. Queen of Pentacles as well says that he is going to sort of be losing quite a bit. He is going to be losing quite a bit of stability. And one of the main things he's worried about is how his current situation transforms into the worst. Is it going to be okay? Is it going to be, sort of a decent separation, a decent end, or is this going to turn into something horrible? He's really worried about that. Something very much bothers him, but he's not really going to tell you. He's not really going to admit it overall. Overall, the Chariot. I just got to get out of here. You continually see this. I got to get out of here motion within the context of what he feels, what he believes, and what he wants to do. Got to move. New neighborhood, new city, maybe even a new country. And that is it for me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I will be back on Thursday.